Alright, so tonight's story is what?
I don't know.
It's his 12 Dancing Princesses? Is that what we were on? Let's see, that's on page 202. 202. And what are you going to have tomorrow, Addison?
And my birthday party.
Tomorrow's your birthday party. You're not going to be 3 until Monday, or 4 until Monday. But we're having your party tomorrow.
I'm not there.
Aren't you excited?
No, I'm not.
Aren't you excited?
Yeah.
Okay. 12 Dancing Princesses. And you're going to have an Elsa party, right? So it's quite fitting. Alright. Once upon a time, there lived a king with 12 daughters. The king was a protective father. Each night, he locked the door to his daughter's bedroom, yet each morning he found them tired and out of sorts. More puzzling still, every morning he found their new pair of silk dancing slippers worn to shreds. When the king asked his daughters about this, they said, "Don't be silly, father. We go to sleep each night and sleep soundly until morning." The king was not convinced, however. He offered a reward to any man who could solve this strange mystery. The next day, one of the king's subjects, a man by the name of Rawling, went for a stroll to find a quiet place to enjoy his modest lunch. As he was about to settle under a tree, a strange little woman came hobbling by. "Good day," said Rawling, standing to greet her. "Would you care for some lunch?" "Thank you," said the old woman. "You are very kind to share with me when you have so little." In return, she gave him a cloak that could make him invisible. Rawling used this cloak as a chance to help the king solve his mystery. Rawling was clever, so when he met the princesses and they offered him a goblet of wine, he was wary that it may hold a sleeping potion. "Thank you," said Rawling, but when the princesses turned away, he poured it beneath the table. Then he pretended to yawn and was quickly shown to his bed, where he pretended to fall asleep. "It is safe now," said the eldest princess. "He will sleep until morning like the others." With that, she tapped 3 times on a bedpost. The bed rose from the floor, revealing a secret staircase. Wearing his cloak, Rawling sped after the girls, accidentally stepping on the dress of the youngest. Luckily, she could not see him and hurried down. At the bottom of the stairs, 12 princes met the princesses and guided them to gondolas. They crossed the lake to a beautiful castle. Rawling stole onto one of the boats the prince had rowed The prince who rowed thought the boat seemed heavier than usual. The 12 princesses and the 12 princes walked arm in arm into a grand ballroom. Rawling crept softly behind them, marveling at all that he found there. Beautiful music seemed to float from the ceiling. Clusters of candles hung in the air. The room was enchanted. The princesses and princes began to dance splendidly around the ballroom. Each pair moved more gracefully than the next, and their movements were perfectly in step with the joyful music. The couples danced for hours, pausing only to sip punch from golden goblets. Finally, the princes escorted the 12 princesses back to the secret staircase. Fortunately, the 12 princesses were so tired from their evening of dancing, so they walked slowly. Rawling was able to hurry ahead of them and slip back into his bed before they returned. The youngest princess peeked in on him. "Our handsome guest is sleeping as though he's lived 1,000 lives," she told her sisters. And with that, the princesses removed their tattered dancing slippers, climbed into bed, and quickly fell asleep. The next day, Rawling went to find the king. He explained all that he had seen. The king listened intently, Can you produce proof of this story? Asked the king. Rowling presented a golden goblet. This, your majesty, is a goblet from the castle, Rowling said. I ask you to put your lips on it. The king raised the goblet to his lips and it instantly filled with punch. How is this possible? He asked. The goblet is enchanted, said Rowling. A bottomless beverage. Rowling then laid out 3 tree branches. One had leaves of gold, one had leaves of silver, and the last had leaves of diamonds. These are from the forest near the castle, Rowling explained. The king called to his daughters, and they confirmed the story. The king was pleased. I owe you a great reward, he said to Rowling. As it happened, said Rowling, I've fallen in love with your youngest daughter. I'd like to ask for her hand in marriage. The young princess had in fact been charmed by the brave and clever man. The king gave his blessing, and she accepted Rowling's proposal. The pair lived and danced happily ever after. The end.
Huh? Yeah.
Yeah, it's the end. You played. All right. So we're going to say goodnight. The next story is The Little Dutch Boy. Time for bed for your party tomorrow.
Say goodnight, Addie.
But I read that one too.
Addie, say goodnight.
Good night.
I love you.
What time we are in?
I love you.
What time we are in?
I love you.
I love you too.
Thank you.
For time we are in.
No, we're going to go to bed now. We're not reading any more stories.
For time we are in. That one too.
We have a very busy day ahead of us tomorrow. Good night.
Good night.